Hi everyone, and welcome to Studio Jake. I've decided today to talk about Valentine's Day, and I know Valentine's Day is tomorrow, but I'm actually taking off for Valentine's Day. For one thing, I want to be able to treat my super cute wife, and it's also my parents' anniversary, so I have a double whammy, and I just don't think I'm going to have time to record. So don't worry, I'll be back on Monday. But with that in mind, I wanted to talk about Valentine's Day and the big don'ts of it. With that in mind, be sure to like this video and share it out. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to this channel and ring the little bell because YouTube is doing this thing with your subscription feed where they're curating it instead of showing you everything in chronological order, so you may not see my videos. However, if you get notifications, you'll be notified every time I post a new video. If you're on Facebook, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me there, and also turn on the notifications there as well. That way you know when I post a new podcast there as well. With all of this in mind, sit back, relax, and welcome to Studio Jake. Okay, so one of the reasons I am making this video is hopefully you have everything together with your significant other, but on the other hand, I have heard so many crazy stories about dates, about stunts that the significant other tried to pull, about gifts given, and just from friends and acquaintances regarding this Valentine's Day, this mysterious holiday that is clearly just invented by the Hallmark Channel. But I had so much fun hearing some of my friends' crazy dates. I've never had a crazy Valentine's Day date. I have to say, I've had to have cheap dates with my significant other. My super cute wife can attest to that. We've had some pretty cheap dates, but I don't think we've ever had like one that I would consider crazy. We've we've had to, pinch the pennies every now and then, but I wouldn't say that I have any crazy stories. So I'm going to share my top 10 worst Valentine's ideas. And like I said, this list is compiled from actual stories that I heard primarily from when I was in college and when I went to Bethel School of Ministry, just talking with friends. And then for some reason, I have that kind of face, so they opened up. So from all of those stories, here are my top 10 worst Valentine's Day ideas. And like I said, these are real stories. So number 10, fast food is not appropriate. This one kind of stings because me and my super cute wife, we've had to get fast food on Valentine's Day before, but it's just true. It's bottom line. But I put it at the bottom of the list because, sometimes you just can't afford to go out to a nice restaurant. So I did put it at number 10. But I know it may seem strange, but true story about a lovely pair I knew where the boyfriend took his girlfriend out to get cheap food for Valentine's, even though he could afford at least taking her to Chili's or Applebee's or somewhere like that. But, and knowing this, and knowing she knew how much he made, he took her out to get the Big Mac. But he bought her the combo meal, which I guess was nice of him, but she was not happy. All right, so this one is for you ladies. So number 9, scary time is a no-no. And yes, I have ones from boys and girls. So number 9, scary time is a no-no. So I knew this girl once who thought it would be funny to scare her husband while he was showering for their big Valentine's Day date. So what did she do? As he's showering, getting ready, putting on, shaving, getting on cologne, putting on, his mahogany body wash, she thought it would be funny to dress like Mother from Psycho. So she puts on this costume. Where she got it, I have no idea. And she gets a butcher knife, walks in as he's showering, and he screams. So, as you can probably imagine, she actually spent Valentine's Day in the doghouse. Needless to say, their date got canceled. He refused to take her out, and the story is still a sore spot for this couple, this nameless couple. You know who you are. Well, maybe not. I don't know if my old Bethel friends listen. Oh, did I say Bethel? But anyway, you don't know. If you listen to my podcast, you'll know who you are. And the story is still a sore spot. And the context of the story was actually kind of funny because at the time I was asking them, because I was single at the time. Well, I say single, I was dating my super cute wife, and I wanted advice on where to take her for Valentine's Day and what to do for her, and I wanted to get her like a surprise, which was small. I couldn't afford that much, so I wanted to get her something small, but at least something nice. And so the husband actually told me this story as his advice, and I've taken it to heart. And so has my wife. She's never tried to scare me while I was taking a shower, and I've, uh, you know, been returned in kind. All right, so number 8. Guts and glory are not for Valentine's. All right, men, what do you like to do on Valentine's Day? What's kind of a typical date? Dinner and a movie. That's why they're premiering Sonic the Hedgehog on Valentine's Day, right? But if you take your bride and or girlfriend out for a movie, that's a great idea, as long as it's not something with a lot of blood and guts. Be sensitive for her taste and take her to something a bit more romantic or at least relaxing. And she may not like ooey gooey love stories or something like that. So take her somewhere that's nice, to a nice relaxing film, but preferably something with romance. Number 7. This one is for you, ladies. Sad is not for Valentine's. Alright, ladies, you want to watch a romantic film or a good drama? Great! However, something with a sad ending is not ideal. Like I told you, be sensitive to their taste. They're sensitive to you. They're not taking you out to a scary movie or one loaded with blood and gore, and maybe I shouldn't stereotype all women. Some women like scary movies, I guess, and same for men. Maybe some men like sad Valentine's Day films. But listen, we don't want tears for a night that's supposed to be about romance. We want it to be special. We want it to be lovely. And so a movie where you're crying your eyeballs out the whole time is not a good idea. One time, me and this guy I knew named Josh, we got invited by a bunch of ladies from our college group to go out, and it was just me and him. We were like the only two dudes, and I was single at the time. There are these ladies, and I'm thinking, now I'm in college, so I'm kind of an idiot. I haven't met my super cute wife, so I'm especially an idiot. And I'm thinking, oh, this is the perfect opportunity. Maybe one of these girls likes me or whatever. So we go and we see Up, which is legitimately the worst movie Pixar has ever made. And the whole movie, the ladies are crying their eyes out, and me and Josh, we're on either side, because we're doing that thing where we're like protecting the girls or whatever. So we're on either side, and the women are bawling their eyes out. They've got the sads like you would not believe. The whole movie crying, talk about a buzzkill. Now that's not a Valentine story, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Aside, it works still in the premise. All right, so number 6, guys, this one's for you. No scatological humor. What's the matter with you? Don't tell your poop and fart jokes on Valentine's Day. That's not romantic. No, she doesn't want to hear that. It's a day to be romantic, not talk about your bowel movements. Don't do it. It's not appropriate. Trust me, this one I learned from mistakes made by me. So don't do that. Bad idea. Don't be Kevin Smith, okay? No one wants to be Kevin Smith. Everyone pretends he's cool, and he pretends he's cool. He's not, okay? Don't be Kevin Smith. No drug jokes, no fart jokes, nothing like that. It's frickin' Valentine's Day. What's the matter with you? Wake up, man. Wake up. Don't do it. All right, number 5. Now, this is for both, okay? No songs that preach, okay? Who doesn't love a good romantic song for Valentine's Day? Everyone does. You know, you got some really good Frank Sinatra or a Marvin Gaye, but don't play songs that tell a story about how awful their man and woman are, or both. Don't do that. That's rude. Listen, we don't want to hear, we don't talk anymore. We don't want to hear Rolling in the Deep. We don't want to hear I Want It That Way or Fix You. It's not a smart move. Don't do it. No one wants to hear a song on Valentine's Day about how bad they are as a partner. Come on, don't do that. We want to hear romantical music. We want to hear romantical songs. And that goes for men too. Like, men try to put on this machismo thing, but if the song is good and if it's sung well, we'll listen to romantic songs. Of course we will, but not ones that talk about how bad we are as a dude. Alright, so number 4, don't get cheap gifts. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about the price of it. What I mean by cheap is something that looks like you cared. So whether you're picking out flowers or watches or jewelry or candy, whatever it may be, just make sure it's nice. Buy something that looks lovely. And like I said, I'm not talking about expensive. I'm talking about it looking cheap. Don't do that. Come on. Even if you're dirt poor and you can't buy her something or him something, that's okay. Just get something that you know that they like. So, for instance, if you're a girl and your dude likes Butterfingers, buy him a Butterfinger. Say happy, or buy him a bag of Butterfingers. Those are inexpensive, but it's not cheap looking. You know, you can put it in a nice Valentine's bag, guys. Now, if you can't afford to go to a floral shop to buy your lady flowers, pick one up. There's people who sell them on the side of the road. Just don't get cheap looking flowers. At least get her some nice looking flowers. Take her somewhere that looks nice. Just make sure it looks nice. Don't take her to, the industrial area of your city. Take her to somewhere like a park or where you can see the sunset. Somewhere nice that again isn't cheap. And if she likes candy, get her candy, preferably in a heart-shaped box. Number 3, wait until the next day for serious conversations. Valentine's dinner is not the time or the place to bring up serious concerns, whether it be at work, whether it be with your respective families, whatever it is, enjoy the freaking day and evening together. Don't bring up a topic that'll cause an argument about how little he takes out the trash or how little she takes the dog out to go to the bathroom. Whatever it may be, it can wait until the next day. It can wait 24 hours. It's fine. Listen, don't bring up something that will cause a fight. Don't bring up her derelict dad. And ladies, don't bring up his annoying sister. Just enjoy the evening. Wait until the next day to have these conversations. It can wait, I promise you. Number 2, don't go stinky. Have good hygiene for Valentine's Day. Take a shower. Men, shave. Ladies, shave. Trim, do your hair, blow your nose, and wear clothes that look nice. Now, again, if you are on the downscale, that's fine. I'm not saying you have to dress up in a tuxedo, but at least wear something that smells good and makes you look nice. Wear something that compliments you. That's all we're saying. That's a good idea for Valentine's Day. Make sure you're prepped, well-groomed, and have good breath. Peppermint mints are a must. Keep that in mind. Doesn't matter where or how. Don't go stinky. And this is my number 1. I've seen videos where people make fun of this one, and some skits on YouTube and on the internet. But I've actually heard stories where this is true, and this is from both my Bethel days, my Lamar days, and even my young adult days. Don't break up on Valentine's Day. What's the matter with you? If you're not feeling it, break up before. Oh, I just bumped my laptop. Break up before. Don't do it after. Don't take her out for a nice evening and then break up with her. What's wrong with you? You're a psychopath if you do this. Ladies, same. Don't put it off. Listen, I know you've seen these true crime videos on YouTube, or you've watched them on cable, or seen them on Netflix and Hulu, where the guy becomes obsessive when the girl breaks up with him. He starts stalking. That's why the lady has to feel like everything's in order. Just rip the Band-Aid off, okay? If he's a little girl of mine, then yes, he's going to throw a little bit of a hissy fit. But most men are normal, and they'll have their pride wounded for a while, and they may, talk bad about you to your friends. You do the same thing, so you don't have a leg to stand on. But I'm just saying, just rip the Band-Aid off. Just rip it. Men, okay, it's different for ladies. Unless she's like a pink-haired flaming feminist, which in that case, just break up with her. But if she's like a sensitive person, just sit down with her and talk to her and tell her why, and don't blame her for anything. Just break it off. But don't do it on Valentine's Day. Only a psychopath does that. I'm pretty sure men and women who break up with their loved ones on Valentine's Day are really serial killers. Don't do it. And if you can't work up the courage to do it before Valentine's Day, you're locked in for at least 2 weeks before you can actually break it off. And hey, maybe in that case, you can use the Valentine's Day date as an excuse. You're like, that's when my eyes were open. I just didn't feel any passion for you, or whatever. That's all I'm saying. Don't do it. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Find me on Twitter at RealJacobAiry. Instagram is at RealJacobAiry. Facebook is author Jacob Airy. Also, head over to my website, jacobairy.blog. That's JACOBAIREY.blog. Also, did you know my fantasy novel, The Seven Royals, Good Things, is now available on barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com, walmart.com, and it's downloadable on Apple Books. Also, you can buy it directly from my publisher at booklocker.com. So head over there and get yourself a copy, and also, if you forget to buy your significant other a Valentine's Day gift, do that. Buy my novel for her. She'll love it. Or him. It's got swords, it's got princesses, it's got everything you need for an enjoyable evening talking about it. Or just, even if the conversation is one-sided. Anyway, I'll see you next time on Monday, right here on Studio Jake.